Greetings, YouTuber. You have entered the world of electrified network gaming and streaming. And here is your host, all the way from the internet, Sly885.
Sup, YouTube? It's your boy, Sly885. Hello, hello. Finally, one of my go-tos that I would normally react to that actually gets me the most views. The top three are Scott the Woz, Jonathan Pye, and AVGN. It's Jonathan Pye this time. So, in case you were wondering, yes, I actually still have been making react videos. It's just when I make react videos to other channels, usually they don't get very many views. Sometimes people will watch me react to Ryan George, Carl Jobst, which actually I reacted to a Ryan George video and a Carl Jobst video on Friday. Both of them you gotta see. They're really interesting, especially the Carl Jobst one, and the Ryan George one's really hilarious. I was gonna react to Meet Arnold on Tuesday, but I didn't have time. Anyways, Jonathan Pye, let's do this. These videos are always short, but I usually have a lot to say after I watch them, so let's see what happens.
Earlier today, the Foreign Secretary, Liz Truss... Sorry, I've just never had to say that out loud before. Okay. Liz Truss at the Foreign Office. That's going to take more getting used to than saying the words President Trump did. Liz Truss. Fuck my hole. That's the thing with reshuffles. They get rid of some hideous fucker, and you jump for fucking joy thinking, well, whoever they get to replace him, they can't be as bad as... Oh, Jesus. Liz Truss? No! What's wrong with her? Liz Truss is on record as saying drones... You know those machines that you fly, that drones are scared of dogs. There hasn't been a foreign secretary this out of their depth since our Prime Minister was Foreign Secretary. Liz Truss gets Foreign Secretary, which is, to be fair, in this government, the easiest job going, because the job just consists of saying the words Global Britain as many times a day as possible until everyone gets bored of asking what that actually fucking means. Because, of course, what it means is fucking nothing.
Wow.
Michael Gove has been put in charge of levelling up, which again means absolutely nothing at all. Particularly when the man put in charge of levelling up the country is worth an estimated £3 million, which in Tory terms makes him a fucking pleb. Nadine Dorries, in Culture, the nearest she's been to Culture is I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. A Culture secretary...
I remember that dumb reality show. These people weren't even celebrities in that show. They were like... I remember, I think it was on the Today Show, there was a reporter making a joke about it, saying, it should really be called, I'm not enough of a celebrity, get me in there.
Who wants to be a celebrity, a politician who just wants to get on the cover of TV quick. But, you know, she will feel at home in a cabinet full of snakes, cockroaches, and musty testicles. It's been described as rearranging deck chairs on the sinking Titanic. No, it's like rearranging a bunch of entitled, supremely unqualified, uncaring, careerist fuck muppets on the deck of a sinking United Kingdom.
That's sad.
We now have a Justice Secretary who doesn't think we need a Human Rights Act, a climate change denying Trade Secretary, and an Education Secretary who thinks parents should be embarrassed if their children need free school meals, whereas I would be embarrassed to be part of a government that has seen 30% of British children slide into relative poverty and therefore requiring free school meals.
Good point.
Earlier today, the Foreign Secretary, Liz... Hang on, I'll get there. Earlier today, the Foreign Secretary, Liz... It's impossible to say. The Foreign Secretary, Liz... Liz Truss.
He doesn't even actually get to the saying it right on this video. All right. Well, that was a blast. I hate to say it, but I don't actually understand exactly what is going on in terms of who these people are in the UK government, but I can actually attest that it's like that here in the US. When Biden won the election in 2020, here in my hometown of Santa Rosa, right here in Santa Rosa, I'm actually in downtown right now. It wasn't this part of downtown, right by the library, but in the central area of downtown, there were just people like celebrating and so happy, and I'm just like thinking, you're only happy because Trump lost. You know, Biden was just someone who isn't Trump. And his vice president, Kamala Harris, is a tyrant. She is truly a tyrant. When she was Attorney General of California, she did a ton of horrible things. And considering that Joe Biden is as old as he is, I'm worried about what would happen if Kamala Harris actually took over. Like, I legitimately am nervous about that. People like to go like, oh, it's historical. She's a black female. Can you stop, with the labels? Can you stop with, oh, well, because they're not white and because they're female, it's historical. Can you at least judge a person by their character instead? It's insane. It's just insane. Honestly, if people really paid attention to what Kamala Harris did as the Attorney General of California, people would actually be lining up to tell Biden to change his vice president. Because she is corrupt as hell. Now, yeah, sure, Trump is worse, but shit is still shit. Even if you put a bunch of sprinkles on it, it's still shit. A good image I saw, a good meme I saw online was, it captioned the scene in Star Wars 2 Attack of the Clones when Anakin and Padme were in that field with those weird, like, giant, round CGI animals. And it showed Padme actually talking to Kamala Harris saying, yay, you're going to get the... you're going to get the people out of the, you're going to get the kids out of the internment camps, or whatever it was, and then Kamala Harris just had, like, this blank stare, and then it showed Padme say the next line, and she said, you are going to get them out of the, internment camps, right? Her expression changed, and, like, it goes to show that, yeah, you wanted something better than Trump, but you should have wanted more than just better than Trump. You should have wanted somebody who actually really had the values that we need. That's why I supported Bernie Sanders. I voted for him in the 2016 and the 2020 Democratic primary. Because I actually believe in what he says. Medicare for all. Tuition-free public universities. And I know for sure he would have actually pushed to get the kids out of those internment camps right away instead of just, leaving them there until it was more convenient to let them go. The one thing I agree with that Biden did so far is actually getting our troops out of Afghanistan. I appreciate that he actually did that. But yeah, It's unfortunate what has happened there since we left Afghanistan. The Afghan guards that were trained by the U.S. soldiers, didn't even put up a fight to stop the Taliban from taking over. And yeah, now the Taliban are in control of Afghanistan. It goes to show how much of a waste of time it was to keep troopers there. All the Americans who died, and now their lives are completely wasted. Because after we finally left Afghanistan to their own devices, they didn't even try to stop the Taliban. I know Biden catches a lot of flack for that, but I actually agree with him for getting the troops out. Especially considering that this proved that no matter when we got the troops out, the Taliban would take over. They were just waiting for us to leave. Anyways, that's beside the point. I hope the best for everybody who's in the UK. I'm sorry that the Foreign Secretary is such a terrible option. Hey, the president here in the US isn't very good either. Better than Trump, which is not saying much. But he's not good. There's only one thing he really did that I agreed with. Other than that, I'm just not... No. It should have been Bernie Sanders. And it probably would have been if the DNC didn't come up with that massive plan to change it all to gang up on him. But anyway, yeah. Oh, and if you're curious to know more about what I think about that, I actually have a You Know It's Bullshit video, a two-parter actually I uploaded in late last year before the election. And I actually have some more You Know It's BS videos I plan on uploading anyways. Yeah, I know Cinemassacre, James Rolfe is making more of them now. But they seem to come, like, once every 2 months, I guess. I don't know. So, there are some ideas I thought about that I'm not going to say out loud because somebody else might use them. But I'll put them together. I'll make those videos in the near future. The thing is, right now my living situation sucks, but there is potentially good news. My wife and I may be moving into our own place, and when that happens, I won't have to make react videos in the car. I can make them at home. And I could also, for once, make some more original stuff at home because I'll have the comfort of my home to work on these things. Anyways, thank you so much. And once again, another great Jonathan Pye video.